Now at 6, why Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is in San Diego today.
It just boils my blood to know that the city of San Diego is really not being fiscally responsible in this circumstance.
What a new audit shows about the city's golf properties.
There's a buzz. Everyone in La Mesa is feeling this excitement of prosperity and fun.
Yep, In-N-Out could be coming to La Mesa. Why some are concerned, though.
You're watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
New this morning, crews responding to a residential fire in North Park. This fire starting just before 4 a.m. in the 3700 block of Arnold Avenue. No word on a cause yet or if anyone was hurt. You see the firefighters out there. We will keep you posted as soon as we learn more on this fire in North Park. Thanks for being here at 6 a.m. on this Thursday. I'm Eric Connors.
And I'm Vanessa Paz. Let's go ahead and toss it over to meteorologist Evan Arani for a look at your forecast as you head out the door. Do folks need the rain jacket today?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Much different day on hand today than what we saw yesterday. Today is much drier, much warmer. We're going to start to see those temperatures climb more significantly, especially by Saturday. That is Valentine's Day, after all, and it looks like it will be dry and mild. We do have quite an abundance of clouds with us. Showers have almost entirely made their way out of the region, but we will have plenty of opportunities for the sun to peek through over the next several hours. You can see between now and noon, partly cloudy skies, temperatures warming to about the mid-60s, low 60s by the coast to upper 60s inland. And coming up, we'll be talking more about what we saw over the course of our Wednesday with that rain that came through, and about many more opportunities for rain that are in the forecast. Back to you.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem will be in San Diego today to talk about border security and drug seizures.
And this comes a day before funding for her department runs out. CBS 8's Jenny Day live near the border with a closer look at the impacts here and what we can expect here today. Good morning.
Good morning to you both. So yes, after those two deadly shootings by ICE agents in Minneapolis, the DHS secretary has been under a lot of scrutiny and was told to refocus on the border. So Secretary Kristi Noem will be in town today to talk border security and drug smuggling. CBS 8 is confirmed to be part of that tour today. It does come as Congress recently voted to fund the Department of Homeland Security for just 2 additional weeks so that they could discuss ICE reform. And now that time is running out. The deadline for Congress to vote is tomorrow at midnight to avoid another government shutdown. But many lawmakers are asking to continue withholding funding. Some San Diego City Council members and other groups like the Southern Border Communities Coalition and Alliance San Diego are holding a news conference later this morning to stand in support of stopping funding until changes are made to immigration enforcement. Negotiations have been ongoing in Washington, but still no deal. Now, even if DHS funding stops, though, ICE operations will continue because $75 billion is already approved under President Trump's big, beautiful bill. Things, however, like the TSA could once again take the biggest hit, and their checks could be put on pause. So we will certainly ask Secretary Noem about that today. But again, her focus today with Customs and Border Protection will be on border security and recent drug seizures. We're here near San Ysidro. Jenny Day, CBS 8.
This morning, pharmacy and lab workers at Kaiser Permanente are back at work. On Monday, those employees joined the more than 31,000 nurses and healthcare workers already on the picket line, even as pharmacy and lab workers wrap up picketing today. The nurses' strike continues as they try to reach a new agreement with Kaiser. Kaiser says, quote, "We have proposed 21.5% wage increases, our strongest national bargaining offer ever."
A judge says Rady Children's Hospital has to continue providing gender-affirming care to patients under 19, excluding major surgeries. Last month, Rady said it would stop offering surgeries and other treatments amid threats from the Trump administration to cut off Medicare and Medicaid funding. The state attorney general sued, claiming the hospital was ending services unlawfully. So yesterday, the judge extended an existing temporary restraining order through March 10th, requiring Rady to continue providing treatments like puberty blockers and hormone therapy for now. This morning, a new audit says the city of San Diego has been missing out on millions of dollars in funding in potential revenue from golf courses.
This comes as the city faces a massive budget deficit. CBS 8's Chris Groh is live now along Harbor Island with the action being taken. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, hey guys, and look, we took a deep dive here into the audit. We're working for you. We're breaking down exactly what this audit says, what it recommends, what the city may end up doing with these golf courses. Now, remember, these are golf courses where the city owns the property, but they've been leased out to other companies or to country clubs. So this is not, when we talk about these 8 golf courses, including Balboa Park, Torrey Pines, or Mission Bay. Specifically, these are those 8 golf courses. The audit finds that if the city renegotiated many of the current leases that it holds with these properties, they could generate funds to at least attack part of the current projected budget deficit. The audit found 4 of the 8 are on expired leases, and that the city brought in $3.7 million in lease revenue, while the combined properties generated around $34 million, so leaving money on the table. The audit criticized the city for those lapsed leases, those where they continue to go month to month with some of these properties. An example that they pointed to as the most egregious lease agreement, one that hasn't lapsed, but the egregious would be Fairbanks Ranch Country Club. The current lease with the club was negotiated more than a decade ago in 2015. The club only pays 5% of its revenue to the city. In 2024, while the club made close to $17 million, it only paid the city less than $864,000. City Council member Vivian Moreno chairs the audit committee. They took up the report yesterday. Here's what she had to say.
Lease should have already been negotiated. And so that is the part that really disappoints me. Just want to make sure the city's getting its fair share and that it's being fiscally responsible.
Yeah, so what can be done? Well, the audit suggested a number of different actions. For instance, checking in on these leases more often to see exactly how it is that it kind of chalks up with the current market, so to speak. They also, Councilmember Moreno told CBS 8 that they will be and already are in the midst of renegotiating with Fairbanks Ranch Country Club. The problem is that the lease doesn't end until July, but they are going to check back in. The audit says that they should be charging around 20%, which would generate an additional $2.5 million. Back to you in studio.
Chris Groh reporting behind the beautiful backdrop.
It always looks fake.
Insane.
Great there, the water, city lights.
Your background also looks pretty though.
Picturesque.
Yeah.
Yes,
Corona.
exactly.
Yeah.
Much different than how we started off the morning yesterday. Fewer clouds on hand. Clouds that we do have are out toward East County and low down to the ground. So watch out for a little bit of fog that we could be starting off the morning with out toward areas like Ramona, all the way through about Julian to kick off the day. 24-hour rain totals. Well, they came in just as expected. North County, especially right by the water, came in with over an inch of accumulating rain. San Onofre at least did. Over half an inch in Oceanside. Downtown San Diego picked up on 0.2 of an inch. A little bit more intense in Vista. National City and Ramona, they started to see things dwindle quite a bit because this storm lost all of its strength as it traveled south and east. And that's why we see that toward our portions of the county that were way down toward the international border, right along the water, they generally saw decent accumulations, around 1/10, maybe 0.2 of an inch. But as you made your way east especially, it was pretty much a non-starter. When we look at the big picture overhead, this is the trough of low pressure that brought us that wet weather. It has lost almost all of its momentum, meaning that there's not a lot of moisture attached to it moving forward. There might be a few mountain showers to watch for, but beyond that, it's going to be a dry stretch through Saturday and even Sunday. Saturday, Valentine's Day, looks great out there. Enjoy the dry skies and the slightly warmer temperatures, but be prepared for several troughs of low pressure that stack themselves off the Pacific, allowing for daily opportunities for rain starting on Monday. Here is Monday, rain from San Francisco all the way down through San Diego. As we push through Tuesday, we've got even darker green tones there on Tuesday afternoon. Another break that we'll get for Wednesday, and then it looks like by Thursday and perhaps Friday, we'll have more rain to watch for. As far as your rain chances go, this is what we mean. Today through Sunday, that chance for rain stays low, and then it jumps steadily for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Starts to dwindle a bit for Wednesday itself, but still elevated compared to what we see today through Sunday. Let's check in on our roads. Despite the fact that we have not seen As much of that rain falling, we have still seen a lot of backups this morning. We already have a SIG alert in effect. This one is on the 5 northbound, right before J Street. Right 2 lanes are blocked in the Chula Vista area on the 5 northbound. Stop and go traffic leading up to it. About 10 miles per hour seems to be as fast as you're going to get from about the international border up to that spot. Now, what we see this morning is that there's still kind of damp roads out there, and that's why you might want to take it more slow this morning from the rain that we saw toward yesterday afternoon and yesterday evening, and still kind of sticking around, pooling and ponding perhaps. We also have an accident blocking the left lane in Escondido on the 15 southbound. This is right before West Lilac Road. Some stop and go traffic backed up to Paula Road. So you can see how much red is there on the screen as we start off the day. Plenty of spots where you might want to take it slower on that morning commute. Let's check in on your border wait times. It's an 85-minute wait at the San Ysidro Port of Entry. Otay Mesa Port of Entry should take you just as long, about an hour and a half in total to get across there this morning. Back to you.
Will you turn to them now and apologize for what your Department of Justice has put them through?
I'm not going to get in the gutter for her theatrics.
Still ahead, tense moments during a hearing over the Epstein files.
Plus, Dawson's Creek co-star Katie Holmes paying tribute to the late actor James Van Der Beek.